Very, very warm. Good evening, this or good afternoon, wherever you are in the world. This is Arnav Chaudhary, and you are back with me with the starting of the Indian Super League 2025-2026 as we have kick-off at the Saltlake Stadium between Mohun Bagan Super Giant as well as the Kerala Blasters. I do see quite a number of fans of Mohun Bagan Super Giant in the stadium, but again, it's nowhere near. And yeah, I listened a little bit to the commentary at the start, and I'm just looking at the quality of the broadcast. You know, very difficult at the moment. And we now directly go into YouTube ads. One second, let me get that out of the way. Kumar says, what's happening with Churchill Brothers? Please give some information on that. Kumar, but there is no inside information. They're still trying to get in. And again, there's been speculation that Odisha FC will not play. Odisha FC today have announced their final squad. And yeah, so those are some of those realities which are there. And there is no inside information as such. There's still efforts going on. Um, and there is a lot happening in the background. And I said yesterday that I think there was even a chance at some stage to say, you know what, the ISL will not start today, as the Blasters try and build up from the back, trying to counterattack Mohun Bagan Super Giant. And so yeah, let's wait and see what happens. Can you inside information, Kumar? There is no inside information at the moment. I read 14 said they're suspending yeah, the so-called managing council has been suspended because I guess there is an issue on regard to trust with the AIFF, but also certain decisions that the so-called council, are there, and therefore these are some of the issues, and therefore let's see. As well, but I don't know if the recorder has been brought or maybe the commentator is actually not on site. The commentator might be in another part of the world. It's one of the ISL commentators, forgot his name. Sachin Suresh under pressure, ball cleared by the Blasters. So therefore, those are some of the realities I think that we will have to live through in this scenario. And as Alberto Rodriguez clears the ball, so therefore, very interesting to see what happens. So therefore, audio looks to me a problem. I think the commentator is not. I might be wrong, but the commentator to me, I think, will be sitting there. Just for me, the fan code, the English commentary is so bad, feels like they're talking on radio. RS, I think, as I said, I feel, I don't know, but I feel that is, something that it is. And honestly, I think, yeah. So same for me. Let's go into order. Yeah, they're showing it 240. Yeah, it seems to be Akash, and I can't recognize anything, to be honest. I can only see that the Blasters are trying to play the ball forward, but a wayward shot from the right. On the YouTube channel for international streaming. What's the quality? Yeah, the quality is 240p. Yeah, and you can see it. Yeah, the code is fine in fan code. Again, fan code is something different than the quality here on YouTube, or what if someone is watching it on Sony, let us know what the quality on Sony is. Yeah, Akash, I can see it. I'm watching the same, Akash. For me to recognize people is very difficult, um, especially with the Blasters. Oops, Blasters losing the ball. Manveer Singh, Thapa plays it to Liston. Shubhashish, Apuya plays it back to Mehtab. Thapa. The Blasters steal the ball. And Kevin can't keep it. I didn't watch the Duran Cup, RS, so I can't say. Can't hear the crowd. Yeah, India was fine. I've seen. Okay. Need FS still CF can do the league, says Pranjal. Pranjal, those guys, the less you say, the better. People like you who make those kind of comments, look at the ad boards, look at, and sell it as teetering problems anywhere else in the world, well, people would be firing. What are these graphics? Basics. Oh, chance made for a counter attack for the Blasters. So you can see fan code. You can't use fan. No, no. RS, fan code is only for India. And I think for select things for South Asia, fan code is not a global streaming platform. It's not a the zone or something of that sort. They simply could have unlocked fan code for outside India. Why this 240p? Akash, I don't know. Again, you are asking very valid questions, and I think those are questions that fan code needs to answer. I will actually get in touch before the second game with fan code and try and figure out maybe they can do it better. Um, the commentaries, Mark Tompkins is doing it from some other. Yeah, Mark Tompkins is doing it out of the UK. I would think. I think he's sitting at home, and I think there's an audio problem in there. But yeah, let's see. I'm trying to get a link from. Okay, so you're wearing Mohammed? No, no, I'm not wearing. I'm just wearing. Uh, one of my old training shirts. Broadcast still fun, but just commentary and graphics are super. Okay, the Vapes. Maybe Mohun Bagan with the first attempt. And that should be the first corner after nearly 6 minutes played. Dimi Petratos. Interesting, Dimi Petratos still there. I thought this season won't see Indian football. Yeah, Blue. Good said. Are you also watching? Yes, I'm watching at 240p and I'm not recognizing people. Again, certain Mohun Bagan players I know, that's why I can recognize it. But it's very difficult. I'm just thinking actually of getting my laptop started to try and watch in parallel. Corner for Mohun Bagan. No one with a touch. So throw in for the Blasters from the left. 6 minutes plus played. Broadcast looks as good as Durant. It's very decent. Just the graphics and commentary really bad. Okay. So you're watching. I'm watching it via YouTube. I'm watching it via the Fan Code YouTube channel, where at this moment, as I speak, 4,678 people are watching. Yeah. India is fine. I've seen. Okay, Kumar. They announced the Sony telecast deal 3 hours ago before the so can't blame Fan Code. How can you find international partner in a week? RS, you can, you could have. The point here is I would have anyway, again, they have a certain level of demands, which I know, which I think no broadcaster, international one will take. And yeah, Koshi Tikcham with the interception. Manvir, Thapa, nice little combinations plays by Mohun Bagan, Super Giant. Yeah, they're playing like a Sergio Lobera team. Score just for YouTube or for fan code too. Pranjal, to me, again, I can't say. I would think that the fan code quality will be better. Again, if anyone is in India and can turn Sony Sports 2, I think, or Sony Sports 3 is showing it just to let us know what the quality is. So that's the thing. What are the downgrades in broadcast since last season? Graphics is the first thing I see. I don't see um, um, again, the international quality I can't compare because again, it's a low feed which is being put in. So therefore, compare again, ad boards are not the same, graphics are not the same. I guess the number of cameras is much less. I'm seeing again difficult to judge if it's the quality of the cameras or if it's the quality of the international broadcast. Hey Stephen, Danama is not playing. It's Robson. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Yeah, looks Robson runs. Yeah, Robson is on the. Sorry, that was actually. Oh, I can't even recognize the player. Sorry, guys. I'm trying to recognize people, but the broadcast quality at the international level is a little difficult. Throw in Sergio Rivera being shown on the side of the pitch. So, which app you're watching? I'm not watching it on any app, Smith. I'm watching it on the Fan Code YouTube channel. So, Fan Code had announced earlier today that at least over the weekend, today's matches, um, and those, yeah, that they would be shown on the Fan Code YouTube channel. That's a nice chip into the box, cleared by the Blasters. And that is offside given for the Blasters. Let's quickly go through the lineups. We have Vishal Keth in goal, Abhishek Thakcham as a right back, Shubhashish Bose on the left, Alberto Noguera and Mehtab Singh as your centre backs, Apuya and Andrew Thapa in the heart of midfield, Petratos as a sort of number 10, Liston Colasso on the right, Robson on the left, and Jay McLaren up front. So it's one foreign centre back for Mohun Bagan Super Giant, and they still have options. Young Zahid as a backup goalkeeper, Amoy Ranawade, Tom Aldred, Manvi Singh, Suryavanshi, Abhishek Suryavanshi, Sal Abdul Samad, Deepak Tangri, Jason Cummings, and Suhail as the substitutes. Monbagan on the left, Blasters trying to clear. Shubhashish Bose looking for one of his teammates. Cleared to the back line. Abhishek. Back to Puya. Petratos dropping deep. Alberto. Back to Petratos. Across to Abhishek Thekcham. Liston. Apuya. Petratos. Shubhashish. Alberto. Back to Apuya. Mehtab. Back to Apuya. 12 minutes played. Monbagan trying to control. The Blasters playing at the moment of 4-4-2 in defensive unit. Now to 4-2-3-1. So switching around. Oh, that's a good ball. Cleared by the Blasters. Apuya chips it forward. Cleared by the Blasters. Might be a chance there for a shot attempt. I think it was Petratos in the end. Better than this. Yeah, gosh, I don't know. I've never watched BSS. So those comparisons make no sense. The impression of the Boston squad is not that bad in my opinion. Utsav, I can't comment on it because the quality that they're broadcasting internationally fan code is not too good. It's at 240p and it's very difficult to, again, Mohun Bagan, having watched and seen them a lot, I recognize the players, but the Blasters in the combination of jerseys and all, very difficult to recognize the players in this 420, 220, 240, 240p, um, resolution. Insult and disrespect the innocent was wasting their time. Akash, listen, I've come from different times, so these big words, because we are spoiled over the last years, right? All those people who wanted FSDL out. FSDL ensured that we had one football, this, that, everything, you know. But again, a shot attempt from distance, again, Petratos. So therefore, Akash, again, be happy. You and I can watch it. And again, I'm watching the match. Aman, via the YouTube channel of Fancode, for those of your international watchers, here's the link if you want to watch it. Petratos loses the ball and Blasters can't clear it. Sometimes time. And okay, Akash again. Sony's broadcasting in HD. Okay. Mohun Bagan steal the ball and lose the ball again. Back with the Blasters, who on their side have Sachin, Umar, Sahif, Betamu, Kuru, Danish, Nihal, Roland Borges, Iban, Ebendas, and Bikash, Yungnam Bikash, also the captain, with Homipam, Freddy, Vibin, Marlon, Sumit, Ash, Kevin, Shrikutan, and Naucha on the bench. Mohun Bagan on the left. That's a good shot. And save from Sachin Suresh. Shot from Robson Robinho. Well, long range shots are so common compared to Europe, and even the quality is low here. RS, again, you're comparing Europe with India. Don't do it. Do yourself, do us a favor. Don't do these comparisons because it makes no sense. Corner from Mohun Bagan. Corner cleared. Maybe a chance for the Blasters to break. Mohun Bagan win the ball back. Petratos. Still Petratos. Mohun Bagan. Very, very clear from the onset. Mohun Bagan trying to play football. Looks like a Lobera team. The Blasters standing deep, trying to avoid conceding a goal. Abhishek back to Mehtab. Sorry, back to Apuya. Across to have you heard of a new drama from Of course, the Umit, I've heard it. And it's not new drama, it's been ongoing for weeks now. It's just the next chapter in that drama, let's put it this way. If they stream at least 720p, they would easily bring 20k live viewers. Now it's only 240. It's Akash, again, you're working yourself up on something which you and I cannot change. I don't even know if there's a reason for it or not. Maybe someone pressed the wrong button. Is the better quality not available? A lot of questions. I know I'm not comparing the quality shots, but saying decision or strategy of taking them when the problem was scoring from them. RS, sometimes you take those shots because you don't seem to have better options. You feel you should take a short corner for Mohun Bagan, 17 and a half minutes played. And as you say, decision making, understanding what to do. And sometimes, rather than playing a through pass, rather finding your teammates, you take that option as your best one. Corner for Mohun Bagan, ball comes through, cleared by the Blasters. Maybe a chance for a counter attack. Blasters on the left. Oh, intercepted by Apuya. Patratos and cleared most probably for another corner. No, sorry, throw in. Dimi Petratos, very active so far from what I can see. Right? Someone who was supposed to potentially be leaving in the winter. Robson. Shubhashish. Alberto. Across to Apuya. Mohun Bagan keeping more of the ball. Blasters dropping deep with two lines of four. On the positive side, even the worst situation, 6K Indians abroad are watching this. Yeah, exactly. See it that way. Mohun Bagan breaking through on the left, still on the ball. Ooh, cleared. And another corner. Or has he given it as offside before that? Looks like it. Why the players became so selfish? Are they selfish? Is it the wrong decisions? They're we can talk about a lot of these things in a lot of ways. Yeah. Sorry. So Ashish Bose hit one of his own players and then And a chance maybe for the Blasters to break. Oh, could be the first card of the season. Is it? Was it Papa with the foul? Yeah. Foul on Ibn Das. He's come in, one of the younger players. Interesting. With David Katala has sort of put in his starting 11, cleared by Mohun Bagan. Ball back with the Blasters. Yeah, Sudesh. Yeah, played forward. Mehta plays back to Vishaket. Ball across to Liston Colasso. Uh, overlaps, nearly finds Abhishek. Cleared by the Blasters once again. Ball again with Apuya. Shubhashish to Robson. Thapa with some space. Thapa with a shot. Way over. Charles Robson is a player, Brazil's second tier player, also played for Fluminense. What do you rate Brazil's second tier on par with Aussie? Ogni, he's not a second tier Brazilian player now. He's played, I don't know how many years in Bangladesh. And therefore, yeah, second tier Brazilian player on par with Aussies. Most probably they should be better. These comparisons are always very difficult to make. Is there some options for people living abroad? The YouTube call is very bad. No, Ashish, this is the only option we have at this moment. Streaming is bad. I thought that's Ashish Ryan. He looks like that. What's the problem? Someone, Akash, is in abroad, so he has to watch it like me via the YouTube that fan code is offering us at the moment. And the quality of that fan code broadcast at the moment stands at 240p as a resolution. And yeah, so therefore, um, that's the thing. And like I said, $15, $20, nothing but game. It's not allowed. International access is not allowed. Good evening, Siddharth. Yes, I'm watching whatever this is. Again, as I've said in my video earlier today, or even on my Instagram video, it's important that it's happening. So I'm not bothered about what's happening, not happening. I'm happy that the ISL is being played, and I take that, right? So ISL being played, I League, we don't even know what's happening. And again, at the moment we have a 14-team league. Might we have by the end of the weekend a 15-team league? All of the craziness that's going on at the moment. It's just insane. But again, it's on Mohun Bagan on the right. Apuya plays it back to Liston, back to Abhishek. If you can contact them, please do. I think it's technical issue. Akash, I will ask. I'm in touch with fan code, so I will ask those guys post match. Ball back with Mohun Bagan. Fantasy, the kickoff only also doing telecast great things. Yeah, those are the positives. Abhishek. Ball back with more stays with Mohun Bagan. Now this time on the left. Should be a throw in now for the Blasters. Robinho couldn't get to it. Ivan on that side. Says Sony paying any money to fan code. Mahesh, none that I know of. How'd you rate Kevin from Clermont, France? Hitesh, I mean, he's a Pagey youth product, so he knows his football. How good is he? He'll have to prove today. And yeah, that's the challenge. The Blasters on the right keep the ball. Mohun Bagan player down in the middle of the park. And the referee, it's Apuya. And the Blasters are not happy about it. Victor Bertomu, not happy about it. Apuya still down. Apuya Ralte. Seems to be in massive pain. Danish Farouk, was he the man who committed the foul? Apuya up again. Sporting a new hairstyle. Apuya Ralte. Mohun Bagan on the left. Masters will clear it. Omar Ba. So the contract is free for 220. As I said, I've not heard anything that there is any financial threats being paid from A to B. So I don't know. That's why I can't comment. Expected Bangan is struggling with their white elephants. Let's see what Mohun Bagan can do. And also, those of you watching, if you're liking the live watch along, do leave a like behind. Share with others. Oh, chance for the Blasters to break. Mistake from the Mohun Bagan defense. Ball played out. Oh, and Vishal Keth against Bertomeu. That was close. That was close. Chance for the Blasters. Couldn't utilize that opportunity, really. First mistake from Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Could have been costly. Robson Rubinho into the danger zone, trying to find McLaren. Cleared by Bikash Yungnam. Bartomeu. The Blasters earn a free kick. YouTube good quality for foreigners much better. Easy exist. Ogni, it's bad. It's 240p resolution. It's not easy. Yeah. Foul from Alberto Rodriguez against Bartomeu. So it's not, yeah. Seems like a zero draw. Again, we're still early. It's 27 and a half minutes played. It's early season. Ball through. The Blasters trying to get a little into the game. So Olmagan lose the ball. Chance for the Blasters to break on that right. Kuru, the teenager, has no options, has to look at. Oh, plays it nicely. Nihal Sudesh, taking a little bit too much of time, but keeps the ball. Again, is wasting money on a bunch of white elephants. Yeah, but with those white elephants, they won the league in the last 2 years. There are 6,432, 6,688, it's saying, supposedly watching fan code. So a few more than in this live watch along. And Mohun Bagan back with the ball. Mehtab finds Thapa. Through ball for McLaren. Cleared by the Blasters, but stays in. McLaren with the ball. Plays it back to Abhishek. He plays it back to Mehtab. Across to Alberto Rodriguez. Petratos. Robson. Back to Petratos. Alberto looking for a through ball. Blasters able to clear. Ball looking for Liston. Liston can't connect to it first time. And ball stays with Mohun Bagan. Plays across. No. Intercepted by the Blasters. Ivan Doling. Careful. Ooh, that was dangerous. And foul given against Danish Farouk. Can't see it with. Mm, um, yeah. We're doing what? No, no, no. Hitesh, I don't see me. I'll be doing it once in a while when I see some interesting matches, and we'll have our usual Indian football and more discussions. But no doing all matches live will be crazy. Free kick for Mohun Bagan Super Giant. It looks like Liston Colasso or the CR7 of Indian football standing there. Can Liston get it on goal? Nice curler. Good shot. Good save by Sachin Suresh. My prediction is 0-0. Let's see. Liston's a great hope, but he has come. Copper blue. I see 6-7. I don't know where you see, or 6-9 at the moment. So it's changing all the time, right? Fourth corner for Mohun Bagan Super Giant in the 32nd minute of this game. Petratos cleared. Back with Petratos. Trying to get in. And that is another corner for Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Fifth one. Still in the 32nd minute. Yeah, that Liston free kick was actually quite good. Sachin Suresh didn't take any chances. Petratos with the corner. At the other side, there's an attempt into the arms of Sachin Suresh. Robson Robinho. The transfer which most probably led to the ouster of champion coach Molina. It seems like the level of hate in the international YouTube live watch along is getting more and more by the second. Mohun Bagan played through, maybe a chance, blocked by the Blasters. One of the ball. Ooh, dangerous passing in the middle. Still the Blasters have the ball. Abhishek Tekcham wins it against Nihal Sudesh. Ooh, little bit physical. Oh, physical between the two. Between Abhishek Tekcham and Nihal Sudesh. The two former Punjab FC teammates. Both wanting to prove something. And we have, a little later than usual, our drinks break. Oh, yeah, that was quite physical from Nihal Sudesh. And then Abhishek not liking it. We have a drinks break after 33 plus minutes. Still goalless at the Saltlake Stadium. In the first match of the Indian Super League 2025-2026. And, you know, and yeah, as expected, the Blasters a little bit more defensive than Mohun Bagan Super Giant, who have shown a little bit of glimpses of what a Sergio Lobera football can be. It's just that it's not been that impactful. I've had a lot of the ball and a lot of ball circulation, a lot of passes. But that penetration, putting it into a position for McLaren to be able to score, I think that's the challenge for Mohun Bagan Super Giant. And so far, yeah, nearly all chances going Mohun Bagan Super Giants' way. The best one has to be that Liston Colasso free kick. with Sachin Suresh making a clear save. Sergio surely not happy with the performance of his team. Will demand more, much more actually, knowing him. And yeah, let's wait and see. Is the same Petras who play for New South suggests in A-League? Yes, he was, or he is. Mohun Bagan have the ball back. Free kick. The Mariners 64 to 36% ball possession, 6-1 shots on target. And overall, it's 3-0 on target. Nice through ball. Mohun Bagan maybe with a chance. Ball across. That could be the first goal. And that is the first goal. It is Jamie McLaren who scores the first goal of the season for Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Too easy. Too easy to break down the Blasters. And it's 1-0 for the Mariners. Akash, didn't you say your prediction was 0-0 a little while ago? If I take this, sir? Jokes apart. One-way traffic, says Siddharth. Yeah. And that was too easy. And we'll surely see the replay of that for Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Ball on that left wing. McLaren gets the ball from Petratos. Takes a turn against Ivor. And yeah, Ivor can't put his foot in. Sachin Suresh can't do anything. And McLaren continues where he had left off last season. Yes, Akash. It's easy, no? With prediction. This is the fun about football. We can make a lot of predictions. Um, and yeah, it is always. Blasters don't have sync together. Yeah. All Caros see fans in comment section of fan code. Apuya once more down again. Nathaniel excusing himself. Apuya in pain. Oh, that's a nasty one. That should be a card. Nice one in the back. Lobera showing his fists like this. Surely under pressure. Sergio Lobera. Anything but the title would be an upset, a lot of people will say. Ligsberg ruined it all. Yeah, Raj. But again, maybe that was on the other side the chance for Lobera to tell his team what to do, what they have to do, what they need to do. And on the other side, it is for the Blasters now to regroup. Yeah, Mohun Bagan breaking through again. Good attempt. Ooh, Sachin Suresh spills it. Has it on the second attempt. We've had a few of these last season. Robson with the attempt. That whoever was in goal for the Blasters spilling shots. We saw it with Sachin Suresh. We saw it also with Som Kumar. Challenge for the Blasters. Mohun Bagan. Oh, ball through. Liston Colasso. Liston Colasso attempt. Maybe a chance for Petratos. Ooh. Ooh. Left his leg and he knows. Yeah. Excuses themselves immediately. Giving Petratos. That's fair play. Yeah. Didn't want to hit him actually, if you see it. Tries to keep his leg out, but he was too close. Jimmy Petratos, the most active I've seen him in a Mohun Bagan shirt in a while. Seems to be rejuvenated. And In Saudi don't do that much strings play. Listen, Raj, they're doing one each. Again, it was a little later than intended. I mean, FIFA is now making it mandatory in the World Cup, huh? Let's not call too much fun. Apuya being put under pressure by Ibn Das, wins a free kick. Ball forward for Liston, cleared by the Blasters. Abhishek on that right. Apuya back to Mehtab. Yeah, Akash. He looks fit, looks the fittest that I've seen him, and he wants to play. So Petratos seems to be becoming a Lobera player. Mohun Bagan on the left. That's a good cross in. Ooh, Sachin Suresh has it. I still don't consider Apuya not a Mumbai City player. Okay. So interesting to watch French guy of Blasters. Okay, hope he plays today. Yeah, yes. Actually, don't regard Apuya as a Mohun Bagan player. Okay. This guy, foreign players, yes, sure. They have multiple foreigners on and off the bench. All of them looks fitter than last season. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Whether the team this far from a Lobera team. Blue on one side, yes, but I've seen them play more football under Lobera than I've seen them play under Molina and Havas in the recent past. Right. So therefore, from that perspective, um, but again, the Blasters not good enough at the moment. As expected, low turnout in the stadium. Yeah, it's I have a feeling that in Kolkata people have not understood where we are, where we stand in this, no? You know. So you ready for another Begun Bhaja feast today? It could it could be a Begun Bhaja feast against the Blasters if they don't watch out, because Mohun Bagan has that capability, and if they score a second, you don't know how this match might go. Um, Blasters need to find their attacking players because the attacking third is rarely visible. Playing with the Danish Farouk always is a question. Nihal has to pick up. Koru has to pick up. Those two as the wingers. Um, Rowland as well in the midfield. Saif clears his lines. Mohammed lost young, aspiring support base. Yeah, yeah, two thought attendance would be higher because of 5 p.m. timing on Saturday. Yeah, honest, I think it's not linked to any of those things. Is there really an interest? You know, Blasters maybe if it a chance to counterattack for once. Kuru trying to play against Thapa, keeps the ball. Kuru does well, but has to play back to Ibor. Ba across to Sahif. Blasters still having the ball. Berthumio. Nihal Sudesh. Can he for once break through? Gets the ball into the middle, but can't find one of his men. Unbakan able to clear their lines. Petratos. And the Blasters get the ball back. Was not settled. Not at all. Agree. Blasters play. They have lots of problems on the way. Yeah, Akash. Agree with that as well. Does anyone know about attendance? I've not heard anything. I mean, I'm not listening. There is no interest in a more new generation after their drama. Yeah. It's the least hyped ISL. Blue, is it being hyped at all? It is amongst us, right? That we are talking about it, hyping it, keeping it alive. A lot of people say they keep it alive, but you know, yeah. Of that incident with police, some guys boycotted it. Yeah, those are problems, huh? Mohun Bagan trying to clear their lines. Yeah, the Blast have to do more. 2 minutes of added time. AFC withdrawal cost Mohun Bagan fans. The quality is so bad, so disgusting downgrade. Mridupal, I've said this in the last few days. If you're expecting quality, maybe a chance for Mohun Bagan on that night. Listen, cleared for another corner. I am not bothered about quality today or tomorrow in regard to the league broadcast and all. Yes, we can talk about the international broadcast, the 240p, you know, as a resolution. I think that can be debated. So therefore, for me, I'm not going to say much. And if I take it, corner from Mohun Bagan Super Giant, Petratos, in the first minute of added time. It's a good corner and headed over by Alberto. Quality is bad, but expected worse. Again, Blue, that's, I think, the summary of it. Mohun Bagan Super Giant lost lots of fans. I can see that their fan clubs lost 50-60% of viewers. Oh, that's a lot. The commentator looks like he's sitting in bathroom. Raj, the commentator is, I think Mark Tomlins is someone in the UK or maybe in the Middle East. I don't know where Mark is. He's not in the stadium. And it sounded like that there is an issue of getting that sound across. So that seems to be the issue there. What kind of is it in a match you feel are unacceptable in football? Do you just accept everything just because you know player quality is low, so you can't compare and complain? Um, I'm not complaining about anything, RS, because I've seen it all, and at the moment, so therefore, accept it as the way it is. There is zero chemistry within Canvas. Yeah, Kumar, you sum it up. And they're lucky that Mohun Bagan isn't synced yet, even though you see in the passages, nice play. Robson Robinho takes a good shot. And someone cleared it in the middle. Oof. Was that Bikash Jungnam? Petratos with the corner. Most probably last action. Good header. Dropped by Sachin Suresh. And Sachin wins a free kick. There's no sync among Blasters players. Yeah, it's disappointing. Or, as he called for halftime, looks like it, the referee. Yeah, it's halftime between Mohun Bagan Super Giant and the Kerala Blasters. Header from Alberto Rodriguez. Sachin Suresh spills it once again. Do they have a goalkeeper problem? The problem is FSDL had set a high bar and now it feels a downgrade. 100% right, that's the problem. First off, one-sided. Yes, Blue, very, very one-sided. Monaco Blasters FC do not know what they're playing. Kumar, a little too harsh. They're not at their best, but again, Robson looks very good, probably the best player of the match. Was he the best player of the match? Not sure if he's the best player or is it maybe Petratos? I don't know. 30,000 people in stands today. Ogni, from what I saw, I would rather talk about 15, 20,000. Again, I can't see the main stand, but what I see from the knowledge about the sides, I know that everyone overestimates the numbers, or we don't really get the real numbers. I would have said, yeah. Is it me or visually it's bad? The product is downgraded massively. Retro, it is not you. Visually, it has downgraded because it is not the quality with which the ISL was produced in the past. And of course, I feel, might be wrong, I have a feeling that this match looked a little slower than what we've seen in the recent past. So therefore, Stanford just ended the live stream. Okay, that's interesting. Or did I end it? No. Ah, okay. Sorry. Ah, they've upgraded the quality. Akash, they've upgraded the quality to 480. So good news. Um, yeah, what's your opinion? First half between Mohun Bagan Super Giant. The ground looks surprisingly well maintained. Yeah, I mean, um, yeah. So to me, I think um, the Saltlake Stadium had a certain quality. The two, three patches that I know are a problem, I know where they are and I can see them visually. So I know where those two, three patches are. The issue is, yeah, with these kind of things, we don't need to bother. I think again, as I go back today, the most important thing is that on this um, 14th of February, we should all be happy that the ISL started. There will be problems, there will be issues. It will be all a little simpler, and it's fine. I take it. Yes, it's very good. Yeah, let's now looks better. Slow is acceptable, but this product, if it stays like this, it's going to be harder to sell in the coming days to the audience. Or it's 100%. The product you have to sell will be difficult, but again, you'll have to give them, I think, 2, 3 match days to settle down. I think that's another thing that you and we need to accept, and let's wait and see. Barely 25,000. I would have said, yeah, I would have said about 20,000. Decent. Who has gotten more into at least a bit more fluid. Shivam, we discussed a little bit that Mohun Bagan to me look fitter and much more direct, much better combination play. Dimi Petratos looks the fittest that I've seen him in a while. Um, Apuya doing what Apuya can. Robson is an interesting addition on that wing, creating a lot of stuff. Liston has to go to the other wing, so that's an interesting one. So for me, if you ask me, you know, that um, if I look at the first 45, I would say Mohun Bagan Super Giant clearly, cleanly, the yeah, the team which is leading in this game, deservingly leading in this game, and they have you know um, have everything now to lose, in my opinion, because they are at a level that the Blasters didn't challenge them at all. Everything expected, happy that it's not worse. Yeah, Sujal, I think overall, um, we should again be happy that it started off. We just had a little bit of an issue with the international broadcast that was a 220, 240p resolution. Now they've changed it to 480, so it should be better in the second half. Uh, um, so let's see. I don't know what your broadcast, where you're watching it, how the broadcast is on Fancode or on Sony, but it says let's see where it goes. When judgment will come with to stop us, Kumar, I don't know. Robson tries to take on defenders, which I prefer instead of taking shots from 30, 40 yards like other players. Yeah, he's one of those tricky ones now who wants to take players one on one, but also takes those shots, which, if you look at the last one, which I think was cleared by Bikash Jungnam. So therefore, that's that. And one will have to see what happens. And yeah, let's see where we go with that. I believe after fifth match day, speed would come back. I hope the commentary sync and these two commentators background noises images. That's enough for this season. Orithro, I don't see the commentators sitting where they are. Mark Tomlin is not sitting anywhere near Indian shores. Maybe he's in the Middle East. Maybe he's in the UK. Now the English commentary should be Indian if they're giving film real sound from abroad. Kumar, you don't know why the reason is, because it might be a problem with Mark's input. It might be where the output is in India, so it doesn't make a difference. And I would always say a Mark Tomlin's as a commentator to me is much better treat to hear, even with sound problems, with the football knowledge and the style that he brings. Sorry, with all due respect to the others. Again, I know that in the second game we have Pulosto and Pradyum Reddy in Goa, so that's going to be good. But again, if that's the case, I'm fine. I can hear radio and Sony ISL broadcast. Yeah, Blue, again, Mark Tomlin seems to have a problem with his sound, from what I understand, and that's why it is the way it is. But again, I think you and I, we should take it. Also, the learning is at the moment, I don't know if on the broadcast, if there is any halftime show, but from what I can see on the international broadcast, there is no halftime show at least. So therefore, I would think it's the same thing for the broadcast in India as well. Karabasisi not even in picture. Sadly, Mahesh, um, the Blasters have one, two chances maybe to try and break through. But otherwise, I would say disappointing from the Blasters so far. Um, so therefore, yeah. Who's responsible for commentary? The production company or fan court? The production company RS is for this whole feed. The video, the audio, everything is on them. Fan court is just putting it on their platforms. Sony is putting it on platforms. Nothing more, nothing less. It seems that is Mark is in a video call. Truthfully, he might be in a video call. He might be on a special audio connection. Again, there can be problems, shouldn't be, but again. That is the thing. There's a 1% chance Mohun Bagan Super Giant will accept downfall of attendance as outcome of the drama. No. Akash. Mohun Bagan Super Giant, Mohun Bagan Athletic Club, East Bengal Club, East Bengal Football Club never do mistakes, according to their club officials, according to their officials. Right? Maybe a little harsh from my side, but that's a fact, right? They don't want to accept their mistakes, as sad as it is. But those are some of the realities that we have, and um, yeah, again, they will not. Right? If you haven't, um, please like, share this watch along that people can join us. 19 likes so far. Thank you very much. A lot of views on this video. Thanks a lot. I did something earlier today in regard to my intro into the ISL season, which is like the ISL to kickoff. Do watch that. Did also something in the last few days on with Sandeep Menon. Did a two-part interview with him. One is, of course, on his book, Sacred Grounds. Another one is our discussion on the state of Indian football, which I found very interesting. A lot of interesting points, observations from Sandeep, but also from my side as well. I've got some observations in there. The draw for the under 17 men's and women's Asian Cups is in there, and all the other things in regard to IS, a lot of crazy things, and I'll keep it. I'm trying to do something with the Intakashi guys tonight for tomorrow, to get their reaction, so that's the thing. To midfield's all right. Just hope everything normalizes next season. Shivam, yes, that's a good way to see it. That we are in the situation which we are in, and therefore, for me, very very clearly, we need to accept where we are, and therefore, let's hope that things will get better in the new season. I also think so. There's stupid management and dumb fans will never accept. Sorry, shouldn't use the word stupid dumb, but yeah, I know what you mean exactly. Oh, then the commentary, other things are okay in my opinion till now. Other than the commentary, other things are okay in my opinion. Yeah, Blue. I mean, it was clear to us that we would not see LED advertising boards. It looks good that they've been able to put enough boards out there. The pitch looks good. Yeah, overall, you can realize there is no branding on the second and third tier of the Saltlake Stadium in regard to the Indian Super League, which used to be there. But I've seen that today in Mumbai. That Mumbai City is actually doing that. Yeah, and overall, it's okay. I realize that there are less cameras, there are less close-ons in situations. So those are some of the things that I see as someone who's worked in broadcast. So I directly recognize that, realize that. But otherwise, I think again, as I've said, let's be happy that it's happening. Yeah, nothing more, nothing less. Hope attendance will be higher for Jamshedpur and Kerala home games. Honest, let's see. Let's see. Kerala Blasters FC is here to pass away. No shots, no shots on target, just kicking ball around. Babalos, you can recognize, realize the difference between a settled Mohun Bagan Super Giant with all the class that they have, despite having a few new players in the team, but it is a settled team. And to me, yeah, that's a thing. Therefore, yeah, so it's true. Yeah, do feel Galatasaray will be better in second half. Mahesh, let's wait and see. They have to prove themselves. They have to improve themselves because what the Blasters played in the first half has not been good enough. Has not been competitive, so to say, against Mohun Bagan Super Giant. They have to do more to be able to compete with a team of the quality of Mohun Bagan Super Giants. Another, they may not resolve the sound issue from each commentary. What should they do? Kumar, I don't know if it's only for now. What I don't know what the problem is. Right. International broadcast, they have improved the broadcast. So it started with 240p as a resolution. Now it's 480 and the quality is good. Akash, correct me if I'm wrong, but for me, the broadcast is fine now, right? So therefore, these are small little things. Again, today is the first day, therefore I'm not bothered. But now I can recognize. They're showing footage of the fans from the stands, and you can recognize the faces. Earlier on, I was guessworking who was whom. That's why I thought Manvir, even though I should have known that Manvir was not on the field. So therefore, that's something now you can recognize things. Another was the game till now, German play wise, broadcast wise. Anupam, international broadcast was a bit of an issue because, as just said, it was on 240p resolution, so it looked a little, it looked a little 90s. Now that has been sorted, so even while the match is on at halftime, fan code has realized that, has corrected it. So thank you. Um, as Kumar says, video quality is good. So there seems to be a sound problem with Mark Tomlin's voice. Maybe they will solve it at halftime. So I hope they do that. And gameway wise, yeah, Mohun Bagan more of the ball. Mohun Bagan look fitter, look better than in the recent past. Trying to play a little bit of Lobera football, of trying to combine, but they're not there yet. So let's see. I'm hopeful that next season we'll find better than this. Akash, as I say to everyone, please do not talk about next season. Yeah. Um, you know, so therefore for me, let's keep the discussions to this season and talk about this season because I don't know, you don't know, we don't know what will happen. I seen you 17 men's team playing against Turkey and they were atrocious. Is this the worst batch of players in recent times? And what's the best bet that you've seen? Ashish, yes. If you wanted to talk about best and worst, I think, quality wise, it's not good enough. The best would have been the under 17 World Cup batch because they've gotten the most exposure. They would have been the better ones. Well, the LED boards are because it's all mono sponsors and the ISL. I wonder is how much less sponsors would be the same. Orithro, these are not LED boards. These are static boards. And so therefore, uh, you know, whoever is the local side, they will have to ensure that you don't, at least hopefully they don't have gaps, right? So therefore, doesn't make a difference. No judgment here, but observing betting companies out and fast food and snack companies just sponsoring. Roshan, that's an interesting one. Yeah, yeah, yeah. That's what's left, so to say, I guess. Huh? I had to delete. Okay. Missing commentary of Pulostathor. Anirudh, Pulosta will be doing comms tonight. On the FC Goa Inter Kashi game because he's based in Goa. So I guess we will um, so therefore you know that is something which is there and yeah, so therefore um Polosto and Pradyum Reddy are uh, sorry are going to be doing FC Goa versus Itakashi. Now the bidding goes for next season production cost to increase using growth of watch. Kumar, why are, again, all you guys, my simple request, and your infos, spend a little bit more here and there. We don't know what is going to happen next week with this league. And you guys are talking about next season. Stop the conversations about next season. Next week, we might have Churchill Brothers in, and we don't know if the league might be stopped or something. Let's enjoy now. Let's enjoy the moment. It's true, broadcast not as good as it used to be, but looks better than Dota and Super Cups in the past. Yeah, again, Gobblers, our mistake is if we start comparing. Again, Mohun Super Giant got the longest preseason training camp in world history, by the way. Now it's 1080, is it? Let me check. Yes, I can watch it. Wow, okay. So they've corrected it, you see, Akash. Um, um, it has been rectified. Looks like AFC Cup type of broadcast. I don't know if the AFC Cup type. Bikash being captain of Kovalam, this Rocker seems a bit choice for me. Yeah, yeah. I mean, um, he's one of those guys. I rate him amongst the young defenders the most. I think he is the one to take over. So let's see. Referee is back on the field, counting the number of players. Just had to put out a tweet. Yeah. So this is it. Sound feels like the commentary guys are talking underwater. I don't know what the problem is, but there seems to be a problem, And yeah, when we hosted in 17 World Cup, the stadium had this plastic chairs during this time too. Yeah, yeah. Those chairs were installed ahead of the under 17 World Cup. So yes. Why pay for fan code when you can just use a VPN and watch it for free on YouTube? Not a good decision from fan code. RS, this whole VPN and, oh, let me find a free way to watch it. Yeah, again, this is intended for people like Akash, me, people like Uchut, all these guys who are based abroad, right? It's not an Indian football thingy. So therefore, as an Indian football fan, also the duty of the Indian football fan should be to pay a little bit of money as we have kickoff for the second 45 minutes to pay a little bit of it. So let's wait and see. I can at least see a much better quality of the game for myself. And interesting to see Vikas Jungnam. Marlon Ross has come on. Roos, sorry, Marlon Roos. Trujillo, someone has gone off. Interesting to see if Marlon Roos can pick up the game, control the game. Yeah, exactly. Ayush, considering 70 in 70 drop in per match cost, hearing you from judging from the comments, quality is good. Kudos to keep pace and can put tune for the games tomorrow. Yeah, that's hey, listen. Um, the thing is in today's world is you've simplified. There is again, if you as a fan are expecting pre-match, halftime, post-match analysis, this, that, all of that shebang will not be there. They will show you your 90 plus minutes of football, right? With today's cameras, with today's technology, that is all possible. If again, as someone working in media, I understand, I can see that there are many less cameras, um, wider lens views, and all those kind of things. But if we're fine with that, so that's the thing. What is the YouTube viewership? So at the moment, it stands a little over 4,000. It was in its peak, as Akash said, um, at 7.5. So interesting to see what they do with it. But at the moment, it seems to be yeah, seems to be there. Isn't the asset owned by MG Reliance? Don't they have a trademark on the name and symbol of the league? Ashish, they gave it back to the AIFF. So they no longer are the owners. It's owned. Mohun Bagan win the ball back. Ooh, Thapa wins it. Now under the floodlights. Ooh, that's a foul on Amay Ranawade from Naucha. Seems to be quite a number of substitutions have happened at the break, which I hadn't seen, so to say, so far. Naucha against Amaranawade, the two former Mumbai City boys. Naucha replacing young Sahif. Nas is trying to clear. Ooh, that's all over the place, but Sachin Suresh in the end has the ball. Blasters me with the chance to Rio. That's a foul on Marlon Ross. Marlon Ross Tapa, is he going to get a card? Looks like Abhishek Tekcham has switched sides. Looks like Subhashish Bose is off. Okay, interesting. I have to figure out what are the substitutes. 1 second. Let me just see, because Mohun Bagan win the ball back. And that's the problem. Where do I get the stats from? All with Mohun Bagan Super Giant on their right side. Liston plays it back to Apuya. Not talking about permanent seasons, but there's a section where people are sitting on plastic chairs that you find in home and restaurants. Acha. RS, those have been, oh, that's a foul. Those have been put in as temporary seating because those were the seats that were ripped off in that Lionel Messi violence. That is temporary. How long they will be there, I don't know. But I know that supposedly, I think they have to replace 15,000 seats, and they've done a certain number X. I don't know how much it is, but so these will disappear in the coming days and weeks. Hey Arman, even after paying money, we're getting third class broadcast in the name of 1080p. We're getting on 500p quality, can't even see ball properly. Arman, where and how are you watching it? Because we've had this discussion over the first half. We have now gone, at least on the YouTube broadcast, from a 240p standard, 2080 HD resolution. So I'm not sure. Let me know what you're watching, how you're watching, but there seems to be the others were actually praising the quality in India. So I don't know how and where you're watching it. So that maybe there is an issue over there. 51 plus minutes now. The ball all over the place. The Blasters need to do more. That's clearly evident to me. The Blasters need to do much, much more to try and get in this game. And Blasters. Marlon Rus Trujillo. Marlon Rus Trujillo plays it across to Kuru, but good interception by Abhishek Tekcham. Very important. And Marlon Rus, yeah, shows a little bit of quality, but Abhishek and then Robson Robinho steal it from the German. Robson Robinho plays it across to Abhishek Tekcham. Abhishek across. Petrato's ball blocked. Maybe a chance from distance. Amar Ranawade wide. I am watching them via fan code. Uchut, I'll just send you here for all of you who want to watch it on the official Fan Code YouTube page outside of India. So in India, you have to use the app, but if you're outside of India and outside of South Asia, you can watch it under the link that I've now posted. Yeah. And at the moment, 7,000 plus people are watching the game via Fan Code's YouTube channel. And they've listed a little later for 3 p.m. also of the FC Goa versus Interkashi game. Yeah, I'm also planning to do a watch along for the match later on today as well. Yes. Mohun Bagan on the right. Amay Ranawade. Amay Ranawade should be a foul. Not given. Amay. And of course, 79 of you watching. If you haven't, please leave a like behind, share with other people. And of course, if you aren't, please do subscribe to arunfoot here on YouTube. Visit my other videos and my other social medias under arunfoot as well. And thank you as always for your support. 3,759 people who are part of the channel. Let's keep on growing the community. Thanks for that as well. Mohun Bagan win the ball back. Alberto Rodriguez. Mehtab. Apuya. Amay Ranawade. Plays it forward for Liston Colasso, who is against Naucha. Liston plays it across. Ooh, clearance there by the Blasters from Umar Ba. Ball back with Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Marlon Rose, the man with the number 10. 4 or 5 years ago, would have been seen as a big, bright talent in German football at Mainz 05. Hopefully, he can resurrect his career in the ISL. Ball with Mohun Bagan. You know, direct football, straight passing. It looks good. Alberto Rodriguez moving forward. The Spaniard plays it out to Petratos. Robson Robinho back to Abhishek. Robson. Robson Robinho has space. Ooh, a little bit of trickery. A little bit of over-ambitiousness. Marlon goes to Hio, clears the ball. And can the Blasters keep it? No, they can't. How to watch. Bhatiraj, I've posted the link. Fan Code is showing it on their official YouTube channel. So watch it. Hi, Rizwan. Welcome. Mohun Bagan continue to keep control of affairs. Mehtab across to Apuya. Chips it to Liston. There's space. Beats now. Now Chane. Sahif. Sahif. And Danish Farooq can't clear it. Playing. Ishan plays for Goa. So we'll have to see if he's gonna be in the starting lineup of FC Goa, but he's not in this one. And substitution for the Blasters. Nihal Sudesh set to come off. And Kevin Yuke, the former PSG youth player, coming on. I was thinking, who's the commentator talking about when I said Shashin? But he meant Sachin Suresh. Yes, yes. Why don't we use VAR? I mean, because it's a cost. Any form of VAR, whatever it is called in the world, is a cost. And here we're talking about not producing any costs at all. So don't talk about VAR and all these kind of things. I've also said today to multiple people, don't talk about the next season or what's going to happen next year in the next 15 years, 20 years. Let's focus on this and now, right? Corner for Mohun Bagan Super Giant should be the 7th or 8th, maybe even, in this game. Jay McLaren looking at options. Corner to be taken by Dimi Petratos. The Aussie, that's a good corner. Ooh, just cleared by Umar Ba. And miscued shot from Robson Robinho. A little selfish there. Dada, what's your usual vision at this point? It stands at nearly 8,000, Shivam. What about Kuru Singh? He's playing. Anupam is playing, but like most of the attackers of the Kerala Blasters, not to be seen much. Um, but has to be honest that the attacking side of the Blasters not really visible. Mohun Bagan mainly in charge. The only thing that we can blame Mohun Bagan for is that they're only leading 1-0. And one chance maybe that the Blasters could may who knows get them a point as let's try to combine. Danish Farouk chips it across to Aibang. Ball into the danger area from Vikash, but Vishal Keth has it with the long kick. Looking for Petratos. Stumbling over Omar Ba. Uro's playing right wing, yes. The president is in the condition. No, I did speak. Yeah. We need to think about it. They were listing class of Miss Chances can't score unrealistic expectations. I wish they want to try and do whatever they can in the league. Huh? That's good. At least he's getting playtime. Good for him. Yeah, Anupam, it is. Says Canvas's fan, we didn't have much hope this season. This one, yeah, I mean, I think Abik also put it out very, very clearly, what the owners are thinking, doing. So therefore, yeah, you know, and again, I understand that US Carabas doesn't have much hope. Robson Robinho from the left with the corner. That's a good one. Cleared by the Blasters. Ooh, Amara Nawade. Jay McLaren against Kevin wins the ball. Sahif. Kevin with the clearance. Who has been intercepting quite well. Ooh, very important clearance. There's maybe a chance for Thapa. And that should be another corner for Mohun Bagan. I think quite well is, I think, Shivam an underestimation. I think Apuya in that holding six in the ISL is actually the value of a foreigner, in my opinion. Mohammedan Sporting is going down this season for me. Let's see, Shivam. Dada, no complaint now. 1080p, 9K views. Yeah, it's going up. Akash. Ooh, that's dangerous. And let's see, does he clear? Yes, Sachin clears it. Little slapstick if that gone in. Mohun Bagan. Keep the ball. Robson in left wing is going to be dangerous for other teams. Also, similarly, Liston is going to be formed down in right wing. Let's see. It's, you know what, with Robson and with Liston and Manvir, we've spoken about it, the topic of efficiency. Robson gets himself into very good places, good positions. But for that, he's not able to either create for his strikers or actually score himself. So the only thing that Mohun Bagan Super Giant can say after 61 plus minutes is that they're not leading by more than this 1-0. That's the only thing. And that's, as I said, football is a weird game, right? They could control the game for 85, 87 minutes, and suddenly the Bastards have one chance. Mohun Bagan need to score a second. And they're trying to play football. They're combining. It's good to see. Robson's actually nice see to play, has natural smoothness. Yeah, smoothness, yeah. Who are the contenders of ready to go to the season? Shivam, uh, it's. I think Mountain Sporting Odisha would be my two top candidates. Akash says Odisha, looking at things, but again, if you lose 2-3 matches or 3-4 matches, you never know. And this performance today by the Blasters is not good enough. Yeah, Mohun Bagan, too open. Looks like also the Blasters. Ooh, Umar Ba, too open. Danish Farouk is not going to get to it, Kevin. So that's the problem. Blasters, there is no cohesion. Hmm? There is something missing. And yeah, that's going to be the challenge for them. So let's wait and see what they can do. Mohun Bagan player down. Looks like Liston Colasso. Yeah, it does like, not no looks like, but it is Liston Colasso. Very one-sided game. Apuya under pressure. Keeps his cool, plays it across to Alberto. Back to Apuya. Dimi dropping back. Nice ball for Robson. Abhishek across to Apuya. Anirudh Thapa. Cleared by Ivan. Good one-touch football from Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Yeah. Sergio Rivera with a clap. Looks good what Mohun Bagan Super Giant are playing at the moment. Odisha is probably going to shut down if they get relegated this season. Shivan, I would have to speculate, and I don't know what the fact is, but I would think that that is a real danger if that happens to Odisha FC. Yeah, what I would say. Yeah, just want to get up once. Mohun Bagan in charge, in control of affairs, and yeah, the Kolkata Giants all over the Blasters. The Blasters unable to really get to the ball. Mohun Bagan combining, um, playing back, using their wings, using their midfield, using the, the capabilities that this team has. And it's not only about a chance maybe for the Blasters to play good interception from Mehtab Singh. Again, also someone who's come in, who's showing what he's capable of. So therefore, that's also something to see here, right? Ball back to Sachin Suresh. Blasters trying to build up. Kevin across to Ibor, gets to it. Um, but again, Alberto Rodriguez is in the way. The Spaniard loses the ball. The Blasters back with it. Keep it. Marlon, Kevin with me with the header. Could have been a chance for the Blasters. And that's what I say. This football is such a crazy game sometimes that there's one chance for the opponent and suddenly they score a goal. And that's the danger I feel for Mohun Bagan Super Giant, that the Blasters have had their problems, have had the issues. Mohun Bagan controlling. We have a feeling like they're controlling 90% of the game. But if you only score one goal, football is a crazy sport. 64 to 36% of ball possession, 12 to 2 shots, 6 to 0 shots on target. And that's the thing, 12 to 2. And it feels even more, this dominance of, yeah, Mohun Bagan Super Giants. But they're not making anything out of this. And that's their problem, I feel, at this moment as I speak to you. So, yeah, let's see. And what would you prefer more, Molina, Mohun Super Giant, or Lobera, Mohun Super in terms of gameplay? I would always pick Lobera. Any news regarding Odisha in the Kashmir matches? Nothing. Brisbane. No confirmations at the moment. I would love if Mohammad Sudan drops out of ISL and relegated to IFL. Certainly help Indian football, low player salary, inclusion more Indian players. Many would think otherwise, and it's okay. Manupama, to just put it on Mohun Bagan Super Giant, I think, in my opinion, is a little too easy. I think all the other clubs need to question what they are doing or not doing. And in my opinion, most of them are doing the same mistake. Yes, maybe the salaries wouldn't be as high as they are, but again, East Bengal is doing the same thing. Um, The others were saying, oh, you know what, we don't want to do it and all that stuff. Could have done things differently. And a lot of teams have now spent, oh, maybe a chance. Cleared by the Blasters, back with Mohun Bagan. Liston Colasso through ball. Ba with a good clearance, but Liston over the crossbar. We'll watch the second game also. Good, Akash. That's what we need. For the first time, the watch numbers have crossed the 10,000 mark. Thanks, Rob, the fun commentator who is Mark Tomlins, the same guy who used to do ISL in the last few years. So Mark has been, yeah, one of those. Good to see him, good to hear him. And again, second match. I'll be doing another watch along as well for the second game as well. So looking forward to that one. Just creating actually in parallel while we're talking the second live watch along set up in the background. Therefore, yeah, Mohun Bagan in control. Once in a while, a chance, but are they doing enough to seal this game? That's my concern. They're keeping the Blasters alive by not scoring another one. Kuru, Marlon Rose, and he's not happy with his teammates for some reason or the other. He's probably not getting the support that he wants, that he needs. Long throw in, fun. Iban Doling, but there's a Blasters player down. Looks like Victor Bertomeu. Nearly 70 minutes played. Might have been a chance for the referee to do a drinks break. As one sees the substitutes for Mohun Super Giant, Deepak Tangri, Sal Abdul Samad, Manvir Singh, Abhishek Suryavanshi, Jason Cummings. The Spanish striker seems to be in pain. Looks like it's the water break now for both the teams as the stretcher is coming on, not needed. Bagan fans in the stadium. Are they happy with their team's performance or are they not happy with their team's performance? Would be one of my questions. Any news regarding prize money? Yeah, as far as I've heard, 1.25 crores for the winners and 75 lakhs for the second place thing. I think they can reach 20K easily on internet if they continue 1080. Let's see. Oh, just on improved fun. Yeah. Interesting to see how many live viewers FC Goa and Intercash will attract on YouTube. I think less because I think this match, again, I know you and I as Bengalis will always say, oh, you know what, it is because of Mohun Bagan, but I think the views on this one are good because of the Blasters fans around the world. As it stands at 10,020. So that's good. Yeah. As Mohun Bagan Super Giant are trying to control. And I'm looking at 383 votes so far. 51% say that Mohun Bagan will win. Interesting. Long ball forward for McLaren. So it seems a lot of Blasters votes have come in. Next game kickoff is at 7:30. And again, those of you who haven't, please like, share, and subscribe Arun Foot here on YouTube. Thanks a lot for the views. Already more than 13,000 views on this live watch along. Thanks a lot, even for myself. That's a big number. And we stand at 3,765 subscribers to the Arun Foot channel. Blasters clearing their lines. Mal Roos loses the ball. Sorry, Kuru loses the ball. Maybe a chance for Moman to break. Liston with a long range attempt, but why? Utterly useless. No, wasn't needed. Bagan aren't growing enough, Begun. Ooh, oh, blue. This whole Begun thing, I think will follow us this whole season. No? Why such poor attendance on weekend? You think maybe due to Valentine's Day. Ocho, if Valentine's Day now is your problem of not attending a football game, I think we've lost it. We discussed it earlier. Akash, Puya, why? Again, the next one with the yeah. I would think that there is a little bit of a disconnect amongst Mohun Bagan fans and the club on certain things, and that seems to be affecting things. And yeah, so therefore, that's the reason why. Maybe then there's a logic to it, but that's what I've been told. Sir, if Mohun Bagan win first position, they were able to pass in AFC Champions League 2, perfect, and a waste of getting first place because Mohun Bagan, Manford. Mindset mystery, Mohun Bagan can win the league, but Mohun Bagan, uh, uh, so if Mohun Bagan finish first, then the second place team gets it. If FC Goa wins it, same thing. If Mohun Bagan FC Goa, maybe Blasters a chance to break. Kevin, and Abhishek Tekcha much faster than him. That was a nice little sprint from the youngster. If Mohun Bagan and Goa finish first or second, then the third place team will play in AFC Champions League 2 qualifiers. Just for Bundesliga 2 live stream on YouTube, so it's not uncommon. Ayush, for certain international markets, it happens. I know even J League has, I think, once a week on J League International, one of their matches on YouTube. So yeah, I'm watching YouTube on TV. Good quality, looks good. Go ISL, go Indian football. Is the next game kickoff? As I said, 7:30 p.m. Attendance this because today there's World Cup match in Eden Gardens. Okay. I don't think that the crowds cross over, Aman. Can we go in the commentary get better in coming match? Theoretically, yes. Chance for Mohan to break. Liston. Does too much. And Blasters have the ball back. Danish Farooq to Kuru. Kuru loses the ball. Now wins it back against Robson Robinho. Blasters lose the ball. 75 plus minutes. Robson Robinho on the left. The Brazilian plays it through to McLaren. Back to Robson Robinho. Netab at the back. Not much pressure on Mehtab Singh and Alberto Rodriguez. Tries the ball nicely through. Liston. McLaren can't head to it, but it comes to Liston. Liston Colasso. Bad first touch. Mohun Bagan still continue. Abhishek. Robson into a player. Cleared by the Blasters. Maybe a chance to break. Nocha. Kevin. Kevin beats one, beats a second marker. On that left flank. The Frenchman with to the box. Alberto with an important touch. And Bertomeu seems to have cramps. Looked more like he got the cramps because he didn't get to the ball. And the referee says drinks break after 77 minutes. I don't know if is there some sort of new rule that you do your drinks break later than what we did used to do in the past? Just asking because he's again doing it after 33, 34 minutes. Kevin, UK, and Marlon Roos Trujillo having a word with each other. That's the danger for Mohun Bagan. I repeat myself again and again. You are leading 1-0. You are in charge of the game. Ba and Vikash keeping it tight at the back for Kerala Blasters. Yes, they are, and Sahif as well. So, three-man at the back. Second half, they changed a little bit of strategy. Yeah, 40 plus people watching England with Scotland cricket, but not their clubs. Ayush, I don't think it's a crossover. How many of those 40,000 were in the cricket stadium are football fans? Again, I don't mix up the numbers. 20 sheets, 23 shots to 0, and yet one goal separating them. Simon, that's football. That to me is football. And that to me is the danger for Mohun Bagan Super Giant, that whatever they're doing, if they're not scoring a second, it always could be that there is one chance for the Blasters and suddenly they equalize, right? So that is something which I have in the back of my mind, which I find um, you know, um, that to me is something which I find is very interesting. And yeah, will be very interesting to see it, um, if what can they do. But to me is Mohun Bagan, no doubt about it, are the better team. And but still, they have to score, and they haven't. And therefore, for me, that's the danger that I foresee here. That one mistake, and boom, you suddenly have a situation that the Blasters can get back. So therefore, that's the reality of things in this game, right? So therefore, these stats are always very, in my opinion, very, very dangerous, because if you don't score at some stage, it could hurt you somewhere, somehow, somewhere down the road. Huh? So that's something which I think, yeah. Robson Robinho with a good ISL debut, I would say. He's played well, in my opinion. I don't know what you guys think, but I thought Robson Robinho adds class. And well, Sahal and Tom Aldred come on. Mehtab and Dimi Petratos go off. Interesting substitution, yeah. I guess Lobera is realizing I need to strengthen my back line, and I've got Tom Aldred at the back of my hand. Why not use him? Smart move, in my opinion. And Dimi Petratos played a good game after a long time. I felt Petratos played what he's capable of. And yeah, Mohun Bagan Super Giant with possibilities and opportunities. And the question is now, can the Blasters cause some problems? Ball through for, McLaren, clear, just about cleared by the Blasters. Kevin on that left beats one, beats two with a good cross. Oh, important header there from Alberto Rodriguez, because Kuru was there. That was the chance for the equalizer for Kerala Blasters. Sahal nicely keeps the ball. Foul from Bikash Jungnam. And that's a clear yellow card, yeah. From behind. Searching goalkeeper Marlon proving me right. Proving you right in what, Simon? Oh. Alberto always saves the day. Vishal is lucky. Yeah, Blue. Very true. Bikash Jungnam with the yellow card. Blasters, Kevin, again, has brought some energy on that left flank. Impactful. Yeah, Simon. Yeah. Quality player. Kevin on the left. Kevin with a nice cross. And cleared ahead of Shrikutan, who's now come in also as the striker. Kevin. Marlon Roos. Kevin, you okay? Kevin. Nice ball too. Kuru with a bad touch. Chance for Mohun Bagan to break. So first time in this game that they are putting a little bit of pressure on the Blasters, on Moment by the Blasters. Sorry, that is the right way to say it. And the Blasters trying to control things. First time they're really trying to build up with 6 minutes left. Ball out to Kevin Yoke, who's got space against Amai. Marlon Roos. Marlon to Shrikutan, but cleared by Tom Aldred. Oh, Kevin Yoke. Kevin Yoke. Might be a chance there. Danish Farouk. Oh, what does he hit? And he gets a free kick. Oh, he's lucky. I think Danish Farouk is very, very lucky there. Because I felt he hit the ground. He hit the ground. Danish Farouk actually hit the ground. Anupam, he just proved to me. Sorry. If this again, yeah, critical free kick, yes. But to me, he hit the ground. He was not fouled by it. Anyway, let's me not get into this, into discussion. Yeah. Brilliant. He's more of an actor to get an Oscar than in being a footballer. Sorry to say that, right? Yeah, ABCD. Let's not talk about the referees. But again, if they score of this and Marlon Roos Trujillo can do that, the former Germany junior international, the former youth German Bundesliga champion, he can curl that in, and we are in that 86th minute. I want one chance. Into the wall. To me, is that if it had been East Bengal situation and Blasters had scored, would they now start abusing the AIFF for this? Or no? Just asking. Suddenly, Mohun Bagan are all over the place. And it's offside for against the Blasters. Where were the Blasters in the first 82, 83 minutes? Because suddenly they're playing football. Vibin Mohanan coming on for Umar Ba, meaning that the Blasters are risking more, going back to a back four. And suddenly we have game on in a game where we would have thought, you know what, there's not much to play for. Mohun Bagan, much, much better. And James McLaren comes on, the goal scorer with Jason Cummings. I think they needed Matthias in the midfield. Yeah, maybe, but I don't know if he's fit or not. Robson, Sahal, Abhishek. Plays it back to Thapa, Cummings, Thapa, Sahal. Sahal Abdul Samad looking for Jason Cummings, loses it. Abhishek Thekcham looking for his players, can't clear it, but back with Anirudh Thapa. Apuya. Both Borges and Danish were too defensive. That's their job. Both of them are destroyers, right? And his pride Rapa, yes, Rizwan, 1.25 crores for the winner. and 75 lakhs for the second place team. That is what has been said so far. Throw in Mohun Bagan Super Giant. We are in the 88th minute of this encounter. It's all to play for between Mohun Bagan Super Giant and the Kerala Blasters. Amay Ranawade with the throw in. Robson. And that's a throw in now for the Blasters. Suddenly it is game on. Suddenly, out of nowhere, it is game on between these two teams. Mohun Bagan Super Giant versus the Kerala Blasters. I can see a very, very anxious Sergio Lobera suddenly, yeah, trying to strengthen his defensive lines. Ball plopping all over. Header here, header there. The Blasters win the ball. Naucha, Kevin Yoke. Missed the chance to play to Naucha, but across to Iban Doling. Kuru. Back to Iban. Missed it. Then before we use a digital or manual board for substitution. Digital. Don't you take a moment to appreciate the broadcast? Good job, Kevin. Yes, it is. And good to see Mark Tomlin's voice in the broadcast. Now, you made me log in into fan code. Welcome, Anupam. Good to do that. Support Indian football. Shrikutan now up front. India under 23 striker. Vishal Keth with the long ball. We're in the last few seconds of regulation time. Mohun Bagan. Header towards Jason Cummings, who is with the ball. Cummings plays it across to Sahal. That wasn't a good ball. Intercepted by the Blasters. Kevin plays a through ball. Shrikutan. Vipin plays it across to Kuru. Kuru against Abhishek. Kuru beats Abhishek, but Abhishek clears for a corner. Suddenly, the Blasters are in the game. They've played better in the last 7-8 minutes than they played in the 80-plus minutes before that. Can the Kerala Blasters get a draw? Trujillo with a short corner. Vipin into the man. Another ball into the box. Stays with the Blasters. It's not offside. Cleared by Rodriguez. Kuru plays it to Marlon Roos on the right. Marlon Roos. Good cross. Header. And Danish Farooq header. Vishal Keth has the ball. 4 minutes of added time. It's 1-0 Mohun Bagan Super Giant against the Kerala Blasters. Suddenly, as I say, we have a game. 4 minutes thriller left, yeah. And again, the Blasters win the ball back. Nice ball through. Kevin Yoke on the left. Kevin Yoke with the ball. And Apuya with the touch. And Vishal Keth has the ball. Should have done more, the Frenchman. As we see an anxious Jamie McLaren on the sidelines. Vishal Keth with the long ball. Mohun Bagan keep the ball. Cummings on the right. And he knows how to shield a ball, Jason Cummings. Mohun Bagan with the ball. Papa. Ooh. Alberto Rodriguez. Alberto Rodriguez loses the ball. And keeps it, wins it, loses it. Mohun Bagan all over the place. It's a free for all at the moment. I think Alberto Rodriguez is down. Oh, they're not one, they're two, they're three people down on the ground. Oh. Alberto Rodriguez. Oh, no. That's Robson, right? Danish Farooq is down. Two others. Yeah, they finally learned to play football. And a map of carry equalizers, Simon. Yeah, now we've got those painful legs. Yeah, that is Alberto Rodriguez against Marlon Ruz Trujillo. And both the legs are hurting for Alberto. Oh, but that's Robson. That's Robson, right? This pick of 4 players down all in a line is like someone needs to do a screenshot of that, right? Yeah. Quality got better now. Yeah, I mean, I don't know why, but yeah, that's Robson Robinho on the ground. It is because the substitutions work for the Blasters. So actually, for getting a decent quality foreigner, I didn't know how much budget is good. I mean, club with proper agent network, saying crore. No. Again, Ogni. No, I can't put a figure to you. It depends. Sometimes you get someone on a cheap. There are the Blasters have done it on cheap, and Robson Robinho is looks like is it more? Is it a muscle tear or something? Looks a little too. Let's see. Ogni, it's not easy to give you a number and say it's I don't know figure X Y Z. Um, yeah. In ISL over the years, how low Saffron has got success? How exactly measured to good foreigners? Ogni, the question is not if is a low salary, high salary foreigner. For example, I would have said Ian Hume started off as a relatively low foreigner salary foreigner in regard to the draft, right? So again, not every quality costly foreigner has given you whatever you wanted out of them. Referee's ball looks like for Mohun Bagan. We're already in the 5th minute of injury time, added time. Interest to see how much more time have. And there's another Mohun Bagan player down. Blasters continue to play. Kevin. Danish Farouk. Shrikutan. Shrikutan, nice ball. Good interception there for Mohun Bagan. But the Blasters are back in the game. Weirdly, much better game from the Blasters in the last 15 minutes. Where were they? Mohun Bagan trying to keep the ball. Foul against Manvir from Nocha. Hacking. And the mobile phones out for the Mohun Bagan fans. 97th minute, free kick to be taken by Anirudh Thapa. Ball into the danger zone. It's a header, and that's the winner, Tom Aldred. It's 2-0 Mohun Bagan Super Giant. The defender as a substitute comes on and game, set, and match Mohun Bagan Super Giant. Yeah, goal. It needed that goal in the end. And Anupam says, that's just sad. But that's football for you. Yeah. Bikash can't get his body in front of Aldred to allow Aldred really just needs to take a turn and bangs it in. So another Kevin Yoke is good. He made impact. Yeah, Kumar, he made a certain level of impact. Could have maybe done more, and that's the end. Mohun Super Giant open the Indian Super League 2025-2026 season with a 2-0 win against the Kerala Blasters. And it can be, needs to be said, maybe you, maybe I, maybe we, none of us might have thought that this match would take place or the season would start. So therefore, that's good news for us as Indian football fans. The Indian Super League season is finally on the way. And yeah, Mohun Bagan Super Giant, deserving winners of this encounter, no doubt about it. Um, the question is, why did the Blasters start playing football after 85 minutes? Yeah. But talk, Kevin, you okay? We have to talk about Marlon Rose Trujillo. I think those two, certainly even Shrikutan, nice twists and turns. So therefore, there were a few players who came on and made a difference. And Blue says, by the way, finally Mohun Bagan is playing football after all these years. Blue, very true. Not only that, I think the interesting part to me was that Mohun Bagan Super Giant looked like a football team after a long, long time in the sense of that combination play. Even, at some passages, one touch passing looked really good. But what I found very interesting was that the Blasters with their substitution seems like maybe the one of their players is not fully fit at the moment. They have to work on that. So therefore, for me, positively surprised in the end how the match turned out. But to me, yeah, Mohun Super Giant clearly deserving winners, no doubt about it. The Blasters have quite a bit of work to do. And when will India? Oh, no, let's not get into that conversation. But with that, I'd slowly come to an end of this live because I'll be back in a little while with another live of FC Goa versus Interkashi. Wanted to take a quick break, maybe have something to drink and something to eat, and then get a little bit of lunch into the system. And I'll be back in a little later with the second game because that's an historic game because it will be the debut of Interkashi Football Club in the Indian Super League at the Pandit Jawaharlal Nehru Stadium at Fatorda in Goa against two-time Super Cup winners FC Goa. So that's going to be an interesting one. The return of Senor Habas to the Indian Super League, the most successful coach in Indian football. I quickly take some of your last comments. Kawasasi looked disjointed, no clue what they were doing till 18 minutes. Only started playing football after Kevin's substitution. Kevin, and as I said, Marlon rose to Rio. I thought even Srikutan brought some structure to them. Very, very true. I hope Blasters don't get relegated. Anibal, let's wait and see. I thought towards the end they showed their class, and I think if Kevin, if Marlon can settle in, maybe there is something. Now we can see the energy drop after 60 minutes from Mohun Bagan. Kumar, we saw the energy drop after 60 minutes, surely. Not only that, but you saw in the last few minutes, that now iconic picture, as Simon said, those four players lying on the ground. We will see that a little bit at the start, but again, the leading started, and Anwar says, "Let's go, Kashi." Full support to Dadu, says Blue. So therefore, guys, I end this live for now. I'll hopefully see you in little over 20 minutes for the next live, FC Goa against Interkashi, and surely we'll talk a little bit more then. Catch you soon, guys. Speak to you a little later.